this boat driver left us on the roadside. Line stretch. That's an interchange. He left us there and told us we should pick another car home because his instincts were telling him he shouldn't have done this right. I beg, am I the one who gives the promo? Am I the one who calculates the fare? Sigh. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. I know I don't look my best. I got a bird from cooking at home, and I'm gonna talk to you guys about my vaccine experience. So I took the AstraZeneca vaccine yesterday, and obviously I had a very bad fever. So if I don't know what to even say. I mean, there's so many complications. I had a running stomach this morning. I don't feel like eating. My nostrils are blocked. I feel so weak, and my arm, oh my, it hurts, like really hurts. So they said it's gonna last at least 2 days and I'm gonna get better. But I'm doing this so you guys know the outcome. Before you go in for the vaccine, just know that it comes with a lot of complications. So I was asked to take some painkillers after the vaccine, and then later in the evening I took it in the afternoon. So I actually took some Tylenol because I think this one works better for me. But even with that, you guys can see how helpless I feel. Like my whole body hurts, like literally every part hurts. So if you're yet to get vaccinated in Ghana, in your region, please try and before you go, try and get a painkiller. Like get a painkiller before you go, and be ready for anything, because I slept in these blankets. I was so cold, guys. Like, I was so cold. And it's been raining a lot in Kumasi, but yesterday it didn't rain. And I was so cold. Like, I was so helpless, guys. I'm not even exaggerating. So if you had to take the vaccine, just know that the complications are going to come. I'm not going to tell you to, please, you know it's necessary to get the vaccine. So get it. But just be prepared for anything else. I'll keep you guys posted, alright? Yeah, I'm gonna try and treat this. Hi guys, so vaccine updates. Today is day 3 since I took the vaccine. As you can see, I'm in bed currently. So my arm where I took the vaccine still hurts, and I think there's a bit of drowsiness here. And the vaccine actually triggered my menstrual cycle to come a lot earlier than it's supposed to. So please, the vaccine, I think if you're not ready, like well prepared for it, I think it's best if you don't go for it. But if you probably have a good immune system, I don't know. I think mine is pretty good because I haven't been sick in a very long while. But all the same, the vaccine is a strong one. So if you're thinking of going for it, please. I'm sure I'll find ways and means when I'm a lot better to tell you how best you can go about it so you don't get too stricken by the vaccine like I am. And I'd like to share a very, very bad boat experience I had yesterday with my mom, my big sister, and my nephews. Right, so today I don't think I'll be able to talk about it very well because I need to be able to voice out everything that genuinely happened. But it's quite late right now. As you can see, they're making a lot of noise. So hopefully tomorrow I'm a lot better, so I can genuinely tell you guys what really happened. So keep it locked. Hi guys, so I am back and I guess I'm better than I was. And as I promised, I was gonna talk to you about my experience with the vaccine. So what I'm gonna tell you guys is what a friend told me is before you go in for the vaccine, the best thing to do is to take a painkiller before you go in, and then right after the shot you also take a painkiller and rest. My dad also took the jab, but he didn't react. He was just there. My big sister too. So I don't know if it has anything to do with your blood group, because my mom and I, we share the same blood group and we had basically the same symptoms, just that mine prolonged as compared to hers. Yeah. So it's the fever, the headache, the drowsiness, the diarrhea. No, let me not say diarrhea. The random stomach, actually. Diarrhea comes with moments. I wasn't vomiting or anything of that sort. And the general body pains. Yeah, so that is what comes with a jab. So if you haven't taken it yet, please. I mean, it's necessary for us to get it, but it's not a nice experience for me. It's just as simple as that. And there's a second jab. So hopefully, let's pray and hope that when I go for it, there wouldn't be any more complications like I had for this one, because it's so uncomfortable. Trust me, it's really uncomfortable. So on Wednesday, I wasn't well, but my nephews also were not feeling well. So I had a quick errand to make on campus. That's KNUST campus. So I went and I ordered a boat from home for my mom to take them to the Asokwa Children's Hospital. So those of you who are familiar with the Kumasi, the greater Kumasi area, I'm pretty sure you know of the Asokwa Children's Hospital. Yeah. So I was on campus. I ordered from home for my mom to go. So actually she went with my big sister. So on my way from campus, I joined them over there at the hospital. We spent the whole day there. We came back home around 5. The hospital stress is even another thing on its own. So I realized the amounts that we're supposed to pay for the boat fare was actually 15 cedis. That was for the one going. So I checked and it was 24 cedis. And if you know Kumasi, there's no traffic. The traffic is not even traffic. It's just a regular something. It's not that tight as compared to Accra. And it was morning, like around 10 a.m. What is the traffic for the price to jump like that? So then I realized, I asked my mom, she was like, the guy asked her if she's the one doing the order, and she said no. And because she doesn't really know the techniques they use, this guy didn't start the trip at all. So he drove, and when they were almost at the children's hospital, that was when he started the trip. So the entire period he was driving became waiting time, and per the policies of both, I'm supposed to pay for the waiting period. So that's what they do now. So the moment you get into a boat, I know the boat drivers on my channel are going to get pissed, but see, it's not fair. It's not fair for you to do that to people. I mean, we're not the people that calculate the fare for you. You are in the business. Ours is just to pay you, ensure we're safe, and then we move. But if you're going to take advantage of that because you feel the money is small, just decline the ride if you think it's too small for you. Sometimes you can talk to the person and fine, they'll add something to it for you. But it's not fair if you just have or go a different way to try and then trick someone else. So usually when I get an incident like this, I just report. So I reported the first driver, and there was a discount for the next ride, and we had waited so long, so we needed another boat. So I picked another boat. And one thing about boat drivers, I if you know any boat ambassador, or if you're related to any boat worker, not the driver, someone who works in the office, please kindly share this video with them. It's very, very important. Whatever they're doing is really not fair. Like, why would you do that? In Kumasi, if you have a promo, basically no boat driver wants to pick you up. So if you think they have a problem with the promo, please don't give us promo, because honestly, it's really annoying when you're in a hurry to go somewhere. You pick the person and the person goes like, do you have a promo? The first thing I'm going to ask, do you have a promo? Oh, then unfortunately I can't come. Please, why is there boats? Why do you give promos? Because I know this is about customer satisfaction. So why are your drivers complaining? And it came to a point, even card payments, they're going to tell you boat is not going to pay them, so they're going to go offline. So you pay the actual price there. Please, I honestly want to know what is going on. Is it from the main office or something? Because this is really bad. I had to address this because the experience we had, I honestly want to call out this driver. Like, if you know him or you're related to him, tell him he's very inhuman. That's the only word I can use to describe him. Because why would you do something like that? Let me go straight into what he actually did. So when we picked the next ride, I genuinely asked him if he was gonna come, because I realized the fee was even small. So in my mind, I was gonna top up when we get home, because I don't think with the promo the price was actually very down because there was no traffic or anything. So this guy came, we hopped in. The children were sick. Myself, let me say, I was sick too, and my mom plus my big sister, the kids were even sleeping. Could you imagine? So my mom we're talking in my home language in Seshi about how the first guy reacted. Sorry about that, we got interrupted. So in my bed, usually I'm that type, I'll just call and then make sure they know this is what's happening. So when we're in the car, he drove for a couple of minutes. You know, usually if you don't know where you're going, you ask, or even the master's gonna direct, the map is going to direct you, right? So I realized he hadn't started the trip. So he drove for a while. Maybe he forgot or something. He was still driving. Then he picked the phone and he was texting. So I just prompted him. I was like, oh, you haven't started? Oh, sister, me were a few. Then I was just smirking because it was funny. He was using the same thing. So I just told my mom that he's doing the same thing the other guy did. So I just called the main office and I was like, this is what their boat drivers are doing and it's not fair. I don't want any promo. I just want them to know that this is about us customers and how we're going to recommend your services. So if you're not treating me right, most definitely I just deleted the boat app because I mean, it's unfair. Cool. So when we're in the car, my mom and I were talking about how young people are dying lately and how people are cheating people. I mean, there's so much going on in our world right now that and I talk to my mom like that, like a lot. So we're just talking and realized this guy, instead of using a very short route to get us to home, to the house. For those of you who know, that's the Children's Hospital. It's just the how do you call it? The Santasi Road. We stay around Agric and Zama area, so it's just direct Santasi to Star Junction, then forward. But this guy, when we got to Hotel Georgia, this guy branched, took us all the way through the birth and death registry. I don't know how to call that place, but yes, Bekwai. And if you know that place around 4-5 p.m., there's mad traffic. I mean, that is where you experience Accra kind of traffic. That's where the guy used. So my mom I was like, Mommy, calm down. But then, okay, it went off. She just said, my guy, why are you doing that? You just picked us from the hospital. Children are in the car. They are sleepy. You can see medicine is all over. So why are you using it? The guy, oh man, I'm a full car. No. Let me say it in English. When I picked you, I asked you. My sister was like, you didn't ask anybody. I was actually surprised. My mom was like, you didn't ask us. And I was like, even if you don't know the place, you have a map. The phone is under somewhere in the car. He's not following the map. He's just driving. And he's telling us he doesn't know the place. He's just driving based on the directions I gave him earlier, it was after Agric and Zama. So he was using the routes that he was familiar with. So after my mom spoke, this guy was angry. He kept murmuring, he kept talking, and we were very calm. I mean, if you know me, I am rather reserved, but when it comes to certain things, I'll just flow my mind. But in this case, for the sake of the kids that were sleeping, I was very calm. He said, and so we're talking about the previous driver in our home language. Then this guy branched because we had complained about him being in the traffic and all that. I don't care. My mom has already said what she wants to say. So we're in the car, we're just talking about how there's supposed to be a car at home, but it's not, and now we're struggling, and family stuff. This guy just parked along the South Junction, the Sofoline interchange stretch. He just parked and told us we should get out of the car. He told us to get out of his car. He's not doing the trip anymore. And if you know Agric and Zama and Sofoline, we're literally home. And where he dropped us is close to the interchange. It's a highway, so it's difficult for you to get a commercial car to take you. The kids were sleeping. My arm is literally stuck. Bags, medicines, plus these two boys are sleeping. He dropped us by the roadside. All he said was, my instincts were even right. I wasn't supposed to pick this trip in the first place. Where's his humanity? You picked us from the hospital. You realized there was a plaster attached to one of the kids' legs. But God being so good, the moment we dropped off that place, the way the cars race over there, I mean, it's very hard. So if we were supposed to go, we had to either walk to the station to get a Trotsky home, or walk to a safer place where we could get another, probably a taxi or something to take us home. God being so good, the moment we got down out of the boat and he sped off, a Trotsky it even passed and came back, and the mate said, Madam Martha, my mom is a teacher, she's a retired teacher. And my mom was like, oh, Ata, I'd say, it was like, oh, Madam Pachofrona uncle. These boys were still sleeping. And he dropped us by the roadside. I mean, that is the car. This is the car. I don't know. I was thinking as to if to put his number there or not, but this is not even any car that you should. Please, if you know any boat ambassador, please convey the message to them. If this is how their drivers are gonna act, then I'm sorry, but how I really loved boats, this isn't it. This is not it. And the driver, if you ever find this video, just realize that we forgive you, but you don't do this to people. You don't. You just don't do this to people. I'll be back with another exciting video next time. I don't know when, but trust me, it's going to be exciting. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Yes, my energy is down because I still remember where he left us and what could have possibly happened. But yeah, thank you. So don't forget to share, comment, and like. Tell me what you think. If you've had any boat experience too, please leave it in the comment section and we'll try and get to the right people on this one. I reported him. For those who are concerned, I reported him, but this experience, I just have to talk about it. Yeah, so see you same time, some other time. I love you and God loves you. Bye.